All right, good morning, everybody. Reagan Archibald here. Welcome to the webinar. And today we're going to be talking about mindsets, about your mindsets, patients' mindsets. But biggest thing we're going to cover is how you can sort and sift through all of the leads that you get, and you can create less work and more productivity just by having some basic mindsets from your patients. Now, this is a scoring system that was taught to me by Dan Sullivan in his 10X multiplier group, and just phenomenal, because what it helps me do is understand who I want to work with, because there's 7 billion people on the planet, and we may only get one shot at this thing, and I'd rather work with really cool people who want to get healthy, people who are looking for natural solutions, people who have good attitudes. And so what I've done is I've created the mindsets that I want my patients to come into the office with, and we are starting to see this create a much more engaged patient. So we've got just some housekeeping. Cade, thanks for being the moderator on this, but just some basic housekeeping. We are going to be having our Einstein's Medicine event. It comes this weekend, and so I'm going to be training you guys on how to create the ideal patient for you, because you need to put it out there first. And a lot of us don't know. We're just like, I'll work with anybody who can breathe, even if they can't pay in a lot of cases. But you've got to be able to get very clear on who you want to help. And then as you do that, that's when you can really start to grow as a practice, grow as an individual and a healthcare provider, and you'll make a bigger impact in the people's lives that you're working with. So get to this event. We're going to be training you on the Einstein's mindset for the healthcare entrepreneurs. We're also going to be showing you the 8 time trick tools that I've learned through studying Einstein and some other things. It's actually some really cool stuff. It will be our best event ever. As you know, one of the things that I'm really good at, one of my passions in life, along with being an excellent healer and healthcare provider, I'm really good at helping entrepreneurs in the healthcare industry. So I'm good at helping doctors, acupuncturists, chiropractors, naturopathic physicians, whoever is looking to put in transformative systems that change people's lives permanently with natural medicine. I can help you get to where you want to go. That's one of my gifts. And so I'd love to see you at one of our events. On Friday, we're going to be having our structural alignment and acupuncture blueprint for success training. Saturday and Sunday will be the session 3. This is Einstein's equation for disrupting healthcare in America. But let's jump into the mindset. Hopefully, if you guys have not registered, get on our website. But hopefully you're all registered and ready to go. But first thing is, when you're looking at mindsets, so I want a patient, and I've found 8 key mindsets. Now, you can write these down. You can see on the screen here, but 8 key mindsets. Mindset number 1, my health is my main priority. Now, these are in no particular order as far as, impact, but these are all key. So health is my main priority. If they are 1 through 3, that means you feel like there's no hope and feel isolated by the condition of your health, so why try to get better? Now, a lot of us see people like that. That's when they're in that victim failure mode, and they don't think that they can transform where they are. So that may not be the ideal patient. 4 through 6, you would love to get better answers from your healthcare professionals and don't know where to get help. And I think this is one of the ideal people, because this is a person who is frustrated because they have not gotten the right answers as far as what direction to go. They've gotten more prescriptions. 7 through 9, your health is important and you feel like you are probably as healthy as you can get. And maybe you could take this score yourself as we go through these. And then 10 through 12, you are committed to transform your health by optimizing your brain, heart, hormones, diet, and digestion. So, that's obviously the key person. When you see somebody who's scoring, on the lows, the 1, 2, 3, you don't want to waste too much time with them. The 4, 5s, and 6, those can be better, a bigger opportunity. Those are people who are frustrated. They're kind of irritated with what's happened. They want a better answer, a better solution. The 7, 8, 9, these are people who feel like they kind of figured it out, and they may be know-it-alls. Sometimes your elite athletes can come in with this attitude, but they can still be great patients if you present things right and if you frame it in a way that they can see that there's value to add, even if they perceive themselves as healthy. My favorite is I had a patient who came in, and she had so many issues. I mean, she was inflamed, overweight. She had issues with her shoulder, and she wanted stem cell injections. And I was kind of like, well, if we don't fix the inflammation internally, I don't know that we're going to get the best outcome. She's like, oh, no, I'm healthy. Every time I get my labs ran, everything looks perfect. It's not, I'm very healthy. I don't, I don't drink. I don't smoke. I was like, wow, well, but there was no recognition of, that fact that, maybe we could figure out why she's putting on so much weight, fix her hormones first, then do stem cells so they actually have a better environment. But she wasn't seeing it. So she was like that 7, 8, 9 category. 10, 11, 12, this is transformative. These are people who they never stop growing. They realize healing is not a one-time deal. So, all right, so let's move on to mindset number 2. Mindset number 2 is being tired. I'm tired of drugs and surgery being the only option. I've already found some results with natural medicine. So these are people who have, they've tried the conventional mode, and now they've realized, wow, natural medicine works. I went to a energy worker and I had this nice emotional release, or maybe they got some vitamins, or they've seen a naturopathic doctor, or whatever it may be. So 1 through 3, these are, they say, you're on more medication than you ever imagined, but doubt that you can ever get off them. So these are people who they're tired of drugs and surgery, but they feel like there's no way I can ever get off them. 4 through 6, you are frustrated that you haven't been told about other therapies that are safe, natural, and effective. And then 7, 8, 9, you study on your own and know exactly what treatments you need to get healthy. And then 10, 11, 12, your body can heal with correct testing, treatments, attitude, coaching, and natural medicine. So you can see the 4, 5, and 6, these are people who they've been told, they maybe have a friend who's got acupuncture and loves it, got rid of their migraine headaches, but they're frustrated because their doctor doesn't say, hey, go try acupuncture or go get a chiropractic adjustment for your headaches. All the doctor's doing is, what he's trained to do, or she's trained to do, is, write a prescription. The 7, 8, 9, these are people who are studied on their own, and they come in and they've got their suitcase full of vitamins. I know you guys have all seen these patients, and they're like, yeah, I know what I'm doing. I shop at Whole Foods, or natural grocers. I buy my own supplements. I watch Dr. Oz every week. And they kind of know what they want. And so then your job is to take that level of success that they've already achieved and then add something more. And that's where your report of findings is going to be key. But the transformative one is where they realize, wow, my body can heal, but I need the correct testing, and there may be some other treatments that I don't know of, and I need a different attitude. I need coaching. And then there's probably some different natural therapies out there that I've not even tried, because that's where you want to get that person from a 7, 8, 9 to a 10, 11, 12. That's your ideal patient is falling into this 10, 11, 12 category, or even the 4, 5, 6s sometimes are easier to convert into a patient especially than the 1 through 3 or 7 through 8. Okay, let's go. Lifestyle impacts health. Would you agree with me that's an important mindset? In my new book coming out, it's going to be published in just a couple of weeks. I can't wait. We're going to have a pre-sale launch very soon, but I have a whole section, and it's lifestyle beats medicine. And I argue the case that a lot of us, we have these genetic predispositions, but if you look at the amount of influence they really have over our disease process is very small if you consider what lifestyle does. And lifestyle can turn on or turn off genes. So lifestyle does impact health. So let's look at 1 through 3. You haven't seen any correlation with your symptoms and how they relate to stress, diet, or exercise. Right? So this is like my patient who wanted stem cells in her shoulder. I was like, well, if I had that much weight, I mean, she was probably 300 pounds, but there was no acknowledgement of that. But they don't see how they just think they're a victim to these symptoms. And they don't see when they're stressed or diet or exercise. This is a patient that tells you, no, nothing changes. Nothing makes it different. It's just there all the time. And so that's someone who's really not checked into their body. All right, 4, 5, and 6. You want the best answers for a better understanding of what lifestyle adjustments to make. So these are people who are looking for answers that give them understanding and clarity in what lifestyle adjustments they need to make. 7 through 9, you already know what you need to do without having someone tell you, but accountability would help, some accountability. So that's a person who they've already known what to do, but they're like, well, I should probably make a couple modifications, but I'm not really doing it on my own. That's when a person's, they've reached some success. And then the transformative person is your future health will flourish by getting the right answers so you can make the necessary changes. So that's their mindset. They know if they make changes, they're just going to be better off for it. It's the best investment they can make with their money, hands down. Okay, the fourth mindset is regenerative health requires commitment to learning, communication, and innovation. So you see that surgery and medication, this is 1 through 3, you see that surgery and medication is the only option to try because you haven't heard otherwise. You feel defeated because you don't know any other answers and you're kind of stuck in that mode. And you're just like, well, I'm going to keep trying the 50 different medications. Like, I love it when a patient's like, yeah, well, my doctor wants me to try this medication for 3 months, and then if that doesn't work, then we're going to move on to Cymbalta. And if the Cymbalta doesn't work, then we'll try the Celexa. And if that doesn't work, then we'll try the Effexor. And, it just goes on and on and on. And it's just like this guessing game with very toxic drugs. Okay, 4 through 6. You're limited in knowing what direction to go in because medicine stays 25 years behind the research. So this is someone who's frustrated because they kind of peeked behind the curtains and realized that the medical care they're getting is, that antibiotic they got for the ear infection was like, well, has that ever been proven to work? Actually, it's been disproven. So why am I getting this? It's where people feel limited. They don't know where to turn. 7 through 9, you've always been healthy and are up on the new data and have learned about innovation. So this is that person who's like, I already know. I've always been healthy. My mom was always healthy. I've never had any issues. And I know about the new things, the new tests, all those. My doctor is great. I go see him once a year, and I get my physical. And then, if there's anything else I need, I can get it there. That's a person who thinks they've made it. The transformative, the ideal person, is someone you are 100% committed to changing the way you've been addressing your health. So that's somebody who's like, look, I know medicine's changing all the time. We're getting new research, new data. What I did last year was very helpful, but I know what I can do this year will be even more transformative. All right, so let's go to mindset number 5. I appreciate having mentorship and a healthcare team versus a single doctor telling me what I can or can't do. All right, so 1 through 3. You guys have heard this. My doctor would not be happy with me working with anyone else. That's where it's like, let me go check with my doctor to see what my doctor would say about me doing a wellness program. Or let me ask my doctor about these herbs. Or let me ask my doctor if I can, get acupuncture. And I find this comical because I'm like, well, what does your doctor know about this? And what can we answer for you? But this is that mindset where the doctor is the authority, and they are essentially they're subservient to what their doctor's orders are. And there's a difference between a compliant patient and a patient who we're like, hey, we're going to make lifestyle changes, don't eat sugar, versus a patient who just rolls over and is like, I'm just going to do whatever you guys tell me. I'd rather have a patient be compliant but know why they need to quit sugar. It's like, well, you've got yeast in your gut, we tested you for it. And you've also got insulin resistance. And so we got to get your cells feeding on fat instead of sugar. So that's the mindset you want, not a mindset that, I've been working with the same doctor for 20 years and I feel like I'm cheating on him. It's almost like you're not married to your doctor, by the way. And we're not trying to take the place of your primary care doctor anyways. All right, 4 through 6. You wish that your doctors would talk to each other and get on the same page. So how many times do you wish that the doctor would actually call you back or email you back about a patient, or that you had all the data in front of you because your patient's been to 5 endocrinologists, a neurologist, rheumatologist, all these people for their fibromyalgia, and no one gives them answers. That's the 4 through 6. These make great patients if you can show them a solution. You hit their struggle. You hit their struggle, and you show them the solution. All right, number 7 through 9. You're happy with your health and go to annual physicals, but realize not much is tested. So that's a person who's like, yeah, I've been healthy most of my life, and I've never really thought about having a healthcare team instead of just my doctor, because not much is being tested when I go to my doctor is what you guys have shown me, and I want to get more tested. So that's someone who's had a level of success, and they're open to working with a team. 10 through 12, you would love getting a plan of action from a team that has researched your labs and conditions. So very impactful, because they say, man, once you tell me what to do, then I realize I'm going to get better answers, and I'm going to get healthier in less time than I would if I was going to my doctor for years and years and years. I would rather just fast follow this process, get all the data, work with a team, implement the right lifestyle changes, and just turn my health around in like 6 months instead of never. All right, so that's the single doctor versus healthcare team. Number 6, getting healthy is an investment in my future. So this one's about money. 1 through 3, you can't afford to do anything that is outside of what your insurance will cover. So these people feel like, well, my insurance doesn't cover it and I can't do it. And you guys have seen this where people, they have the resources, but they're so stuck on the fact that their insurance company will take care of them. They've got great insurance. I can't do anything outside of that. That's that victim mindset. They feel like, and then you know what they do is they go and they're frustrated because they don't take my insurance, and so they feel defeated, and they just stay in that victim mode. And you see very capable people getting stuck in this. All right, 4 through 6, you're tired of insurance companies having a monopoly on what type of care you receive. So these are people who are just frustrated. They want something more than what the insurance companies will cover. 7 through 9 is you have great insurance benefits and are secure in what it offers, but are open to new solutions. So this is someone who is seeing that, I've got great insurance, but man, I still, like, I'm not getting much beyond, what I could be doing. So I like better answers. And then the transformative mindset is, without your health, everything else in life loses its enjoyment. So you are more than happy investing in health. That's what you want, that person at that level. Okay, mindset number 7. I understand that recovering health is a process, not a single event. And 1 through 3, you feel defeated when you see your doctor and are overwhelmed with your health. So the doctor gives you a diagnosis. Unfortunately, you're going to have high cholesterol for the rest of your life, and here's a medication for it. We can try some diet and exercise, or maybe you've tried that, but you didn't get anywhere with it, and so you feel defeated. And your doctor doesn't really acknowledge you. Your doctor treats you poorly. I've had a lot of patients come in and tell me how rough it was, being in that exam room with their doctor. And then 4 through 6, this is recovering your health requires new skills, and you're searching for the right answer so you can move on. So that's a really ideal mindset, because they're like, I don't know what to do, but I'm searching. 7 through 9, you have worked with multiple natural healthcare providers and are as healthy as you can get. And that's where it's, they're like, yeah, let's get some answers, but I think I've already got it figured out. And that's a tough one. That's kind of those elite athlete know-it-alls, or that person who's been like that chronic vitamin swallower, the vegan or whatever diet they ascribe to. They've kind of got all the answers, and I've got a few of those, and they're tough to work with. 10 through 12. You have improved your health in the past and are excited for the breakthroughs in your future. So that's the ideal mindset. That's where they're like, let's do this. I want to move forward. All right, mindset number 8, my diagnosis doesn't define me. So 1 through 3, you have been diagnosed with a chronic condition, and there's nothing that can be done about it. So that's where you feel like, you're defeated. Obviously, you've got lupus. It's never going away. You've got MS. There's nothing you can do about it. And that's what the doctors, that's what the pharmaceutical companies are designed. They make bank off of chronic disease. That's why 85% of our healthcare spending in America is used to treat the symptoms of chronic disease. 4 through 6, your doctor is focused on your disease, but you feel stuck because the cause is not being corrected. And that's an ideal patient, but they don't know where to go. They're like, well, I'm just getting a prescription refilled every time I go in, but I'm looking for better answers. 7 through 9, you know more about your diagnosis than your doctors do and are comfortable in knowing what to do. So once again, this is kind of the know-it-all where they've kind of got it figured out. They've been on Google, and they know a lot, and a lot of times they will know more about than their condition, and it's true, and I'll acknowledge them for that because they come in with very rare diagnoses. And so, it's a mindset, but you got to break through that. And then 10 through 12 is your diagnosis is a small part of what defines you and will surpass doctor-imposed expectations. So that's what you want. The person who's like, to hell with my diagnosis. I know I can do a lot better. I know I can get healthy. I know I can make a big impact. So these mindsets, once again, number 1, my health is my main priority. Number 2, I'm tired of drugs and surgery being the only options. I've already found some results with natural medicine. Number 3, my lifestyle impacts my health. Number 4, regenerative health requires commitment to learning, communication, and innovation. Number 5, I appreciate having mentorship and a healthcare team versus a single doctor telling me what I can or can't do. Number 6, getting healthy is an investment in my future. Number 7, I understand that recovering health is a process, not a single event. Number 8, my diagnosis does not define me. So those are the 8 mindsets that I came up with. At the workshop, we're going to help you come up with your own 8, and it is such a transformative process. I hope you enjoyed this. Love you guys. Can't wait to see you at the next event. Cade, thanks for putting this on, and we will see you guys soon.